Oh, yeah.
And now, our feature presentation.
Because in a free society, I don't have the right to holler fire in a crowded theater, except that there is a fire. In a democracy, every voice has a right to be heard and weighed. Listen. Because to label somebody, well, he's a hater, what does that mean? What does that really mean? He's a bigot. He's an anti-Semite. You mean to tell me with all the hatred, the bigotry, the anti-Semitism that is in this world, Louis Farrakhan now is the chief among all of that? You mean does truth not enter into this somewhere? If the man is telling the truth about what he says, whether it is critical of you, critical of me, critical of our people, critical of a government, critical of America, critical of Jews, critical of Christians, critical of Muslims, I have the right to say what I believe. And you have the right to record what I say as I say it and don't mix it up. And if you are fair with me, then the public would see a truthful man, a sincere man, a committed man that wants to see his people free. And my people can never be free as long as thought control, mind manipulation is practiced by people in the media, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, don't invite me no more if you don't want me to talk to you like a brother that loves you and sees the value of this group. Don't get caught up in the Mercedes-Benz and the imaging and how you look on TV. Get caught up in what you mean to a democratic society and what you mean to a suffering people. It's sickening to turn on the news. What's the news? Murder, mayhem, violence, rape, fire, death. Don't you have anything else to report? You say, well, that's what the people want to hear. No. Listen. You have allowed the manipulation by advertisers. You could be in the middle of a great interview. If it's time for commercial, thank you very much. Commercial. It ain't about truth. It's not about informing the public. So what are you doing? You got to ask yourself that. See, I face myself in the mirror every day. I know I don't hate Jews. So whatever they write about me, I don't give a damn. Because you have not hurt me. You have helped me. I know who and what I am. Do you know who and what you are? Or have you lost your mooring? I'm your brother. That's right. That's right. We have a suffering people out there because liars and deceivers are tricking our people day in and day out. You see it, you know it, but you can't say it. You can't write it. But I can. And that's the difference between a free black man and some controlled black people. That's the difference. There is no free press if you're afraid for your job. You gather facts and somebody editorializes, well, you can't say that. And your byline is on it. Brothers and sisters, you know I'm telling the truth. The people who own the newspapers for which you work, they have an opinion. They have a philosophy. They have a guiding principle that they skew the news. Sudan, black slavery over there. How many of you are ready to go there and look at it and come back and report accurately, even if you have to report against the lies that have been spread?
Come on, man. Go ahead.
See, you can't investigate. Let's go to Nigeria. Let's go to Sudan. Let's go to Iran and Iraq. They are terrorist nations. Here's a president that has the power to define. So if president and Congress say this is a terrorist nation, which one of you got the courage to say what makes it so? And since you don't have that and I have it, then I'm willing to die for a free press and the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion and the freedom from fear. A scared to death Negro is a slave. You slave writers, slave media people. I don't give a damn about no popularity contest. But hell, after I leave you, you're going to remember what I said because you're going to be called to account.
Go ahead, minister.
Fear, when it grips a human being, it makes you less than what your God wanted you to be. White folk rule us with fear. It is not white people, it's your fear of them that you got to be freed from. Some of you scared of Farrakhan because he's not afraid. I fear God. And because I fear God, I put my trust in him. And he hadn't failed me yet. And he won't fail you. You big media people. Where's God in your life? You used to pray at one time, but you're big shot media people now. You don't have no time for God. When is the last time you've been to church? When is the last time you actually fell down on your knees and communicated with the Creator? That's why your writing is so stale and insipid. Giggling and laughing on TV. What the hell is funny? I didn't have no prepared speech. But I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to accept the invitation. They said they didn't have no money to give me. It's a poor group of rich people. So I figured, what the hell, I might as well say what's on my mind. But as I leave you, I want to give you a bit of news. Do you know that I love you? Wait. I'm very serious about this. I'm not a politician. I'm not trying to be popular. But I know how valuable you are, especially to be where you are. And I imagine you're into some horrible fights. And you need each other, and you need strength, and you need more faith in God.
That's right.
And I'll tell you, brothers and sisters, as I sit down with our host, that he might He might spank me for being a bad boy. But Warner Saunders and I have known each other a long time, and I have deep and abiding respect for him and a deep and abiding respect for all of you. It may not sound like it, but I am hurting over the condition of our people.